Hello everyone, my name is DustInLint's, and welcome to my Let's Look at for the Yawhg. What is Yawhg? It's a 1 to 4 player choose-your-own-adventure style game that randomizes a unique story every time you play. It's developed by Damian, Sommer, and Carroll, and it features stories that can be played alone or with friends, a fully fleshed out world where actions can have dire consequences, a randomly generated story that's different each time you play it, gorgeous art by the award-winning Carroll, over 50 unique endings that can happen to every character, a haunting soundtrack by Ryan Roth, sound designer for Starseed Pilgrim, and a sense of impending doom. Upon release on Steam, which should be out by the time this video is out, it'll be on sale by 20% off for, I believe, $7.99, and after that sale ends, it'll be normally $9.99, or may as well be $10. And without further ado, let's get started here. Even if you play by yourself, you have to choose up to 2 characters at the very least, but up to 4. I'm gonna choose these 2, and we'll get started here. Now, a normal game can last anywhere from 10 minutes to half an hour or longer, depending on A, how many characters you're playing as, B, if you're playing with other actual people, and C, if you're going to do voice acting like I will be doing for this and probably any other time that I do this. The Yawhg will be here in 6 weeks, and no one expects it. Not a one of us. We just keep living our lives, week by week, unaware. So, this lady, she looks a little shifty, so I'm gonna have her starting off maybe pickpocketing? Yeah, let's do that. You spend the week performing petty theft. You gain 1 wealth and 2 finesse. One night you hear cheering coming from an alleyway. Peering in, you see a crowd of men cheering on dogs violently ripping each other apart. One of the men spots you and asks, "Oi, would you like to participate in our little betting game?" I'm going to try and stop the dogfights. You try to convince the gamblers that dogfighting is wrong. Your words fall on deaf ears. Very quickly, they get quite angry with you. One of them walks up to you and pulls out a knife. You don't feel you've got the strength or speed to match this guy. You run away hoping he won't follow. And I should mention that every week, one of your characters can go to one of these places that are listed on the left over here. And in each place you have 2 options of what you can do there. And of those 2 options, there's always going to be a scripted event that happens before, and then afterwards there's a randomized event. So, say with her, we brew a potion. You spend the week experimenting with different potion brews. You gain 2 magic and 1 mind. One day, an artificer stops by for a visit. She is adorned with magical gadgets and gizmos, and is followed everywhere by her clockwork spider. The alchemists of the tower all go out of their way to impress the artificer, offering her an array of potions and elixirs. As she's leaving, she adorns the most charming of the alchemists with a special trinket. The fact that she didn't choose you was a very humbling experience. You gain 1 charm. They say the last time it came, the Yawhg devoured houses whole, stole lives, tore families and family members apart. But that was so very long ago. So feeling bad about pickpocketing and not being able to stop the dogfighting ring, I think I'm gonna go to the hospital and maybe tend to some patients. Spend the week diagnosing and tending to the sick. You gain 2 mind and 1 wealth. One day, while in the maternity ward, you notice a woman about to give birth. The baby she births is no ordinary baby, however. Its skin is pitch black and shiny, and its eyes glow like an orange flame. It wrestles itself from the doctor's hands and tries to fly away. "Stop that demon," yells the doctor. Do I use my strength or magic? And your stats on the right-hand side do affect certain choices, such as your physique affecting if I was to use strength, or my magic if I were to use magic. Both of them are at the base of 5, so either way, this is probably not going to turn out well. We can see. Use magic. With a wave of your hand, you put up a magical barrier blocking the exit. The baby breaks right through it and flies off into the night sky. So now this lady, she will meditate. You spend the week in deep meditation. You gain 1 magic and 2 mind. One day, a toothless old woman approaches you. I have a small pouch of magic beans. Would you be interested in purchasing them? I don't have any wealth, so I'm gonna have to say no thanks, unfortunately. She walks away disappointed. There's no such thing as magic beans, you mutter to yourself. You gain one mind. Awesome. It was honest in a heartbeat. Or so the stories go. The earth shook. The air went still. And this week, after seeing that demon baby, I think we need a drink. You spend the entire week getting wasted. You gain 2 charm and 1 physique. One day, a bard pulls out his lute in the bar and starts playing a tune. Unfortunately, his singing is horrible and is ruining the tavern's atmosphere. You decide to do something about it. Do I convince him to leave or challenge him to a lute duel? I think either way, the outcome will probably be the same, but beating him in a lute duel I think would be really awesome. You borrow the bar owner's lute and challenge the bard to a musical duel. You play out a beautifully complex combination of arpeggios. The tavern roars with applause. The bard tries his best to replicate your piece, but ends up dropping his lute, snapping it in half. He bows his head shamefully in defeat and walks out of the tavern. You gain 1 finesse and 1 charm. Awesome. So, maybe this week we will clean up the lab. You spend the week cleaning up noxious chemicals. You're paid 1 wealth for your labor and gain 1 physique and 1 magic. One day you hear one of the alchemists shouts, "Eureka!" When you look over to see what he's done, you you spot a small, previously dead ferret come to life. "I figured out the antidote to death," says the alchemist exclaims. The undead ferret lets out a horrific noise and lumbers about slowly. Do I destroy the abomination or praise the alchemist's accomplishment? Let's destroy the abomination. You smack the ferret off the counter and stomp on it until it stops twitching. Oh god. The alchemist is horrified. You gain 1 physique. And then the world was a howling fury. Chaos. Screaming. The sound of all we knew being pulled in half. This time, this lady... I'll have her, chop some wood. She needs to do some form of work. You spend the week cutting down trees for the village. You gain 2 physique and earn yourself 1 wealth. One day you stumble upon a corpse hanging from the tree. Carved into the tree it's written, "Maybe somebody in the afterlife will appreciate my beautiful melodies." Oh no! The bard. I made him commit suicide. Underneath the tree lays a broken lute. Do I bury the body or keep walking? I'm gonna keep walking and pretend I didn't see it. And keep walking, taking the time to think about your own mortality. You gain 1 mind. Awesome. But not awesome that guy died. Now we will... how do I go back again? I'm trying to remember. No, that's not how I go back. That's how I go back. Okay. Maybe I will attend a ball. Spend the week attending fancy gatherings. You gain 2 charm and 1 finesse. One day, you overhear the jester tell a joke to a group of people. Everyone laughs, but you didn't understand the joke at all. Do you ask for an explanation or try and figure out the joke on your own? I think I can figure it out on my own. Several hours later, you figure it out and a small chuckle is had. All that thinking gave your mind a workout. You gain 1 mind. When it arrives this time, how will we fare? Will we once more rebuild, move on, be strong, or have we forgotten? What do we do now? Let's go to the arena and bet on a fight. You spend the week placing bets on your favorite fighters. You gain 1 wealth. No, not bad. One day, in the middle of a match, a small baby with jet black skin and glowing eyes flies into the center of the arena. Fire erupts from his eyes, melting the flesh off of one of the fighters. The baby then shapeshifts slowly into a gargantuan horned demon. Before I go on a murderous rampage, will anybody dare challenge me to a duel? He asks the demon. I don't think I'm up for it, so I'm gonna run away. You book it alongside with the rest of the crowd. Just as you make it out, the arena crumbles to the ground, most likely killing everyone still inside. And now the arena is destroyed. Well, I wasn't getting much use out of it anyways. What were you doing? You were doing things at the palace. You were attending a ball. We'll go back to brewing potions. You spend the week experimenting with different potion brews. This is what I mean by there's always a scripted event before the randomized one. You gain 2 magic and 1 mind. One day, while in the tower, one of the alchemists asks you to watch his potion while he's out. Soon after he leaves, the potion begins bubbling out of control. If you don't do something soon, it'll explode. Do I throw it out the window or drink it? I am going to throw it out the window. You toss the potion out the window and watch its contents empty into the town's water supply. Oh no. Quick thinking. You gain one mind. You take off early for the day, hoping nobody finds out. The Yawhg, it's almost here. Almost. This lady, I think I will have her drink. You spend the entire week getting wasted. You gain 2 charm and 1 physique. One day, an impromptu drinking contest is held. Do I enter or spectate? We'll enter. You down pint after pint, drinking as if your life depended on it. After your drinking frenzy, you take a quick look around and notice you're the only one conscious. You clumsily take the cash prize and make your way home. You earn 2 wealth. Awesome. And for the last week, we will meditate again. You spend the week in deep meditation. You gain 1 magic and 2 mind. One day, you notice a woman watering the garden plants. Suddenly, the plants sprout giant mouths. She's eaten immediately. The plants then uproot themselves and begin charging towards the denizens of the park. You manage to escape alongside everyone else. What do you do? Oh, I think that might be a bit of an error there. Rally the town to fight or stay away. Let's rally. Nobody listens to a word you have to say. What a blow to your ego. You lose 1 charm. The park is closed down for extermination. I've never had that event happen before, actually. The storm arrives in the night. By the morning it still rages. For 3 full days the tempest puts us through a grinder, drowns us, crushes us, ruins us. But then it ends. We see the graveyard our home has become. Our home. Does anything yet live? Is it? Are we past saving? So now there's the after effect of the Yawhg, where you get to choose what role you want to play. Based on your stats, you can either try and be a benefit to the town by choosing a role that would be suited for your character, or you can be a detriment by either choosing the looter, the town drunk, or by choosing something that your character's actually not all that great in. For the purposes of this video, I think I will try and go for a good ending. So I will be a leader, because that's probably the best stat I have on this lady. Leader. You take it upon yourself to be the leader of the survivors. You effectively delegate and prioritize tasks. You give a lot of pats on the back, rewarding everyone's hard work. This helps the rebuilding effort along. And this lady, I thought it was going to be more magical, but apparently I'm a better doctor, or I have better mind than magic. Interesting. So I'll be the doctor instead. Take it upon yourself to help the sick and injured from the Yawhg. Despite your vast magical knowledge, your hands are too shaky to save some patients. You lose a few, but manage to save most of them. This helps the survival effort quite a bit. I didn't realize magic had impact on that. And so we set about our tasks, once more living our lives, this time in a way we might never have expected, or even wanted. But in the end, it was a struggle, but a struggle we never abandoned. Though our home had been stripped apart, we did not let it languish. And whether we succeeded or failed, we did our best. Who knows if the Yawhg will visit us again? Who knows if we will ever can be, ready for it? So I actually got the neutral ending there. You can have either a good ending, a neutral ending, or a bad ending overall. But then your characters have after stories as well, which can either be good or bad or neutral. With the town being rebuilt, you take off to the forest to pursue your true calling. You and your gang of merry fellows ambush nobles traveling in the woods and demanding money for the poor. Your group become local heroes for those living in the slums. Your legend is sung in taverns across all the land. That's actually kind of an interesting one. I don't think I've had that one before. While the town's being rebuilt, you start up a magical waste cleanup initiative. When boats accidentally leak toxic potions into the water, your crew arrives to clean off birds, fish, and other animals. You're named Time Magazine's Person of the Year for 6 years in a row, which feels pretty good. Also, all the exposure to magical waste gives you superpowers, just like in real life. Roll around some nuclear waste, kids, it'll give you superpowers. Not really. Just lying there. Sorry about that. Anyways, so that is the Yawhg. If you made it to this point in the video, please feel free to support in the form of a like down below. It helps me out a lot. And if you want to see more content like this, you can subscribe to me to be notified whenever I upload a new video of this or any other kind. And as another side note, I think I will also be streaming this game occasionally from time to time when I'm able to find either my friends or other YouTubers who are wanting to do this. And until next time, have a good one, everyone.